At night, the firelights light up a bonfire. Powder and Ekko sit side by side, enjoying the warmth, watching the happy community come together despite today's mess-up. Ekko still looks like he had gone for a swim in a colorful junkyard. Pink on his cheeks, a little bit of blue on his signature white hourglass. The paint doesn't seem to bother him. He wears her art on his skin and clothes with a smile on his lips. Careful with her new piercings, Powder rests her head on his shoulder as he tells her about his current theories and the possibility of visiting other universes with his machine. Gushing about inventions helps, but it's hard to think about anything but Vi. She's out there, rotting in a jail cell, and just the thought of her being alone makes Powder's throat close up. I want to find Vi, she says. The universe-hopping rambling stops.
I know. Me too.
Ekko leans his head on hers.
First thing tomorrow.
Tomorrow. She starts humming the lullaby her mother and Vi used to sing to her when she was little. Enjoying her voice, Ekko wraps his arm around her. He squeezes her shoulder, and Powder pictures herself curled up in bed with Ekko, their legs tangled as he holds her close as they sleep. She's hit with the need to wake him up with a gentle kiss to the corner of his mouth. She wants to hold his hand as they walk around the hideout, wants everyone to know they are together in every sense of the word, not giving a shit about any stupid bets. They've helped create this new family of firelights. She loves him like a best friend, but she also loves him like she would a lifelong partner. Powder loves Ekko like her soulmate, because that is what he is to her. And she thinks Ekko deserves to finally know. Powder stops humming and jumps to her feet, startling Ekko so much that he yelps.
What happened?
He gets up as well. Ekko, I have to tell you something. He looks unsure, but nods. Powder makes sure no one is paying attention to them before taking Ekko's hands in hers. She feels like passing out. The day has been hectic. Ekko. Hi. Silco. Vi. The jinx who ruins everything. Tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
I promise. He offers her his middle finger. Linking their middle fingers together, Powder accepts the binding deal. She feels like she needs to gasp for air. I'm going for a walk.
Are you going to take your hoverboard with you?
She shakes her head. She'd probably just fall off it if she tried to use it.
In that case.
And then, Ekko leans forward to kiss her cheek. Her mind goes blank. He turns around suspiciously quickly.
Come see me when you're back, okay?
He doesn't wait for her answer or turn around to look at her again, and Powder is left standing there, the blood in her veins pumping as fast as a million slugs high on shimmer. The spot his lips touch tingles. Her limbs still stiff from shock, she starts walking. Soon she realizes that the corners of her mouth have turned up. It's uncontrollable. Let's think this through. Can my possibly non-platonic feelings for Ekko ruin our bond in case he doesn't feel the same? Realistically, probably not. She turns around, hoping to get a glimpse of him, but Ekko has already disappeared. The rest of the firelights are having a good time, but they do not interest her right now. Powder keeps walking. Okay, realistically, how much would our dynamic change if Ekko felt the same way? Not much. Maybe the physical stuff would get more. Her cheeks flare up. Nope, she's not gonna let her thoughts go that far before she knows what Ekko thinks about this. But after today, she feels good about her chances. I will get my sister back. I will confess to Ekko, and we will be fine. Powder is hardly outside the firelight hideout when she sees a dark figure only a few feet away from her. Violet? Her mind immediately screams with joy, because of course it does. But no, it is not Vi. The light from the bonfire doesn't reach her anymore, so she takes a careful step closer to see the figure better. The intruder is carrying something heavy. At first, she mistakes it as a minigun until she realizes that it looks a lot like the universe-hopping machine Ekko is working on. Squinting her eyes in the dark, the person in front of her reminds Powder of herself. Long blue hair styled in 2 braids, corpse pale skin, way paler than hers, dreamy tattoos all over, and, the most striking difference, glowing pink eyes. In horror, Powder realizes that despite the tiny differences, they're actually identical. Before she can make sense of the situation, or figure out if this person has somehow managed to sneak in and steal from Ekko, her twin takes out a pistol and aims it at her chest. Powder gasps, turns around and starts running to alert the other firelights of the armed intruder. There's a loud bang. Powder falls to the ground, hits her head on something. There's a noise that sounds a lot like her skull cracking. Everything around her turns red. It takes her a moment or two before she understands what has happened. The gunshot is followed by instant chaos. She can hear the distant confusion of the firelights as they try to figure out where the sound came from. Through the pain and the haze, Powder tries to move her head to see what is happening, but every little sound makes her feel like her eardrums are ruptured. She can't move. It's so cold. Powder sees movement out of the corner of her eye. Her doppelganger gets closer. Panic sets in. It's not supposed to end like this. She wants to live. Powder forces herself to look at the attacker. Their eyes meet. Not even in her worst depressive state has Powder ever seen her image in the mirror look this empty. Her twin aims the gun at her head, trigger finger ready on the trigger. Despite the emptiness, the imposter is determined. There's no changing her mind. Powder opens her mouth to call for help, but she's like a dead fish. All she can taste is metal. By accident, her hand brushes against something still hidden in her back pocket. The grenade. With her last strength, Powder tries to pull the forbidden explosive out. There's no way she's letting someone who looks like her hurt Ekko and the others without a fight. Just as her fingers touch the bomb, there's a flash of pink as her twin crushes her wrist under her boot. Powder's throat makes a choking sound. The pistol is only inches away from her forehead. Powder recognizes it as the exact same pistol that Silco gave her all those years ago, just modified to perfection.
Powder!
The shadow Powder turns her head to see Ekko running towards them, and Powder sees something on her face for the first time. Conflict. Instead of confronting Ekko, the pink eyes flash again. The enemy flees from the scene as fast as lightning. The second bullet never comes, but it doesn't matter. Powder can hear Ekko screaming her name. When he reaches her, he goes to pick her up, but quickly puts her back down for some reason.
No, Powder, don't.
He's suddenly covered in red, but it's not paint.
It's okay, don't leave. I need you. Hey, don't close your eyes. I'll get you help. You'll be
suffocating on her own blood. The last thing Powder sees before taking her last breath is her best friend's tears as they fall down to her numb cheeks. As her eyes close, Ekko looks up in the direction the doppelganger ran, and the sorrow in his eyes turns into rage. And then, nothing. Powder is gone.